How's it going, everybody? I'm Nikki Delventhal, and these are my dogs, Camper and Rodney Delventhal. For over 3 years, we lived in a Toyota Prius, but now we're in a 4x4 Sprinter. And we're here to take you along on the wild ride. So fasten up your seatbelts and let's have some fun. Don't forget, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends, and turn on notifications. We would be so thankful.
Good morning, birthday boy. Good morning, Rodney. We have a tradition in our family where we have birthday cake for breakfast in bed on our birthdays. So, what's up, please? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Camper. You're 4 years old. Oh, okay. And now you get this one. All right, time for presents. Look, the first one is from your brother. Let's see what you got. Hey, get it, bro? I got you these nuts. Not cool, man. Not cool. Let's see what else Rodney got you. What the heck, bro? Mom, I swear he's trying to kill me. Oops, I swear I didn't know. All right, last one from Brother Rodney. Mom, this is so not cool. Does he have to be my brother? You making friends with the geese? I guess that works. Last night we ended up pretty much still in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, but on this highway pull-off, and besides the sounds of the traffic, it is so peaceful. You have the river and the geese, and I'm absolutely loving it, especially in comparison to last week. In case you missed it, last week we stayed overnight in a haunted clown motel. It was one of the most terrifying experiences of my entire life. So if you want to watch that, you can watch that right here. But if you want something more peaceful, continue with today. By the way, this is the best coffee I've ever had in my entire life. I got it in Idaho, and I look forward to waking up every morning because of it. Some mornings I am super lazy about my coffee setup, and some mornings I spend like a half an hour making the perfect cup of coffee with fresh grinds. It's one of those mornings. Ding! Some honey. I imagine the equivalent to coffee for dogs would be sticks, because these guys are stoked right now. What a perfect morning. This is the exact kind of day that we needed. I feel like we have been so go, go, go all the time. So really just slowing down is so important. But with that, we are fueled by adventure, and this area is incredible. There's so much history. You'll find a lot of old ghost towns and mining towns around here. So I think we are going to live like the locals, do some explorations, get deep in these canyons, and see what we can find. It is going to be so much fun. See you, Camper. So if you guys tune in every week on Fridays, you know that we tend to get off the beaten path. One, because busy areas tend not to allow dogs, but also, like national parks, pretty sure it's illegal to film in there unless you get a permit. That's a whole nother story. So we tend to go to places that are off the beaten path that most people don't know about. So how we find these places is usually by accident. We'll end up in a place like this right off the highway to sleep for the night, and then I'll open my Google Maps and I'll scan the area. In this case, there's a really cool canyon down this wash that I think would be really fun to explore. But then I will zoom out even further and I'll notice that there is a trailhead that's not very common, but it looks pretty cool. So yeah, today we're gonna check out Wilson Canyon, something that we never ever would have known about unless we stopped on the side of the highway last night. So let's get down the road and go see what it's all about. Hey birthday boy, you wanna do the honors? Oh, we forgot the keys again, camp. I feel like this is a daily occurrence. Why do I always forget my keys? And what else? I always forget everything. Got it. Let's try again. Perfect. All right, we are gonna take it right at the trailhead. All right, boys. We're just turning the fan on and insulating the windows here because today it's gonna be around 75 degrees, which is perfect, but when you're in a van and the sun is beating down on it, it can get really hot inside. So you want that cross breeze. You don't want the sun beating in on the glass windows, and then everything will stay perfect temperature. And then if all else fails, we do have an AC unit. I'm not usually a breakfast person, but we might be on the trails for a couple hours. So I want to have something small that's gonna give me a little bit of energy. What am I gonna have? Ooh, you know what? We have some extra sourdough discard. So I think we'll make like a sourdough pancake with some, I don't know, fats and proteins on it. So I got this like 15-20-year-old sourdough starter from a couple I met at these hot springs a while back, and I have been having so much fun with it, making breads on the road, these pancakes. Like, it is so healthy, but so cool. So thanks guys. It took me a minute to learn this, but that's how you know stainless steel is ready to cook on, and so it doesn't stick. You get it hot enough for the water to kind of dance on it, and you can turn it down. All right, here we go. Not the most attractive sourdough pancake, but it'll give us energy. Let's just throw some peanut butter on there, maybe some agave, and call it a day. Let me tell you, this is a 10 out of 10. And one of the best things you can do for energy. First round of cleaning, peanut butter for the good boy. All right, before we go, we're gonna turn security camera on. All right, we're good. Wi-Fi is on to connect. All right, here we go. Let's go, boys. According to reviews today, we have about a 3.5 to 4 mile rugged hike. Now, something you'll want to look out for on hikes like this are wildlife. So something that's prominent in this area is the rattlesnake. So we're going to keep the dogs super close. Another thing you'll want to look out for is the weather, because places like this can flash flood and it can get very dangerous. And of course, we are in the desert, so you'll want to bring extra water for you and your pups just in case. All right, first viewpoint, and it looks like a view of the trail we're going to be taking all around this way and over ridges and way over yonder. All right, boys, you choose. Clockwise? Counterclockwise? What do you want to do? All right, counterclockwise as it is.
Now I'm extra stoked because not only is this a hike we've never done before, but this hike has markers along the way that tell you all about the geology and the history of the trail. So 2 million years ago, we were standing in a lake bed. This was all so different. Like up here you would see aspens and oaks and different varieties of pine. It's just so interesting to see how the landscape and everything else has changed so drastically. Lost the trail there for a second, like we said before, from flash floods taking out the trails, but luckily we had the signs to get us back on track. Oh, this is so cool. I'm such a nerd for this stuff. So petrified wood is one of my favorite things. It is essentially, in short form, this used to be a tree and then it was buried millions of years ago. The wood was replaced by minerals and now it is stone. It is so fascinating. As we're approaching this canyon, you start to notice all these hoodoos coming out. Hoodoos are so cool. See that kind of red yellow part of the rock? That's more petrified wood. These canyons are coming in clutch because the shade feels so good. This hike is more like an 8-9 mile hike with the back and forth. We gotta come back when the flowers bloom. This would probably be one of the most colorful canyon hikes. Okay, so these rocks are some of the coolest, right? So volcanic airborne fragments melted together by hot lava and created this rock. Welcome to School of Delventhal, where you learn everything cool about geology and history and definitely rocks, because I love rocks. Rocks are so cool. I collected them as a child, still do. I think this is the highest point. While we take a break here and enjoy the view, so Wilson Canyon is called Wilson Canyon because of the Wilson family. They came here in 1850 during the California Gold Rush. They did take a little break during the Civil War to serve, but then they came back, I believe, in 1863, where they began mining and ranching and ended up yielding millions in gold. Pretty fascinating. All right, I'm gonna leave a little bit to mystery in case you guys wanna come here. So we're gonna hightail back the last 2 miles and we'll see you at the van. Home, sweet home. All right, boys, let up. Before we do anything else, we are gonna go back to our place to sleep tonight. Hopefully no one is there. If not, we'll find another one. You did so good. I got some birthday cake for you. Here you go. You too, Rod? Good boy. Let's go back home. Woo! Home for the night at least. Oh no, someone's in our spot. I guess we'll just find a new spot, just in case they take a while. Yeah, why not? Those guys are leaving, but I feel like we'll just park over here anyways and just have this big open area. Yeah, let's do that. All right, home, sweet home. Look at all that room to play, boys. Yeah, I like this. We are in mosquito area, so let's get these bug screens down before it's too late. These are custom made for my van. They're superb. Excuse me. Today's a salad day. Every day is a salad day. But all the greens. Wow, that's a lot of greens. We don't need that many greens. Honestly, y'all, I make the best salads on planet Earth because it is literally every topping you could ever think of on top of greens. It is delicious. All right, we got my dinner and it's dinner time for the boys. Bon appetit. Cheers. Just a little hack for bugs. If you don't feel like slamming them on the walls, you can just vacuum them up. The boys are so tired from their hike today. Now that we got most of the bugs out, shower time. This is my drop-down shower pan. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite things that I put in my van. I would say like top 5. I knew I didn't want a standalone shower because that would take up a ton of room in here to just be used for that. So the drop down with this, and I like custom made the lengths and all that, was perfect. This is my favorite. Obviously it's not an unlimited water shower, but a few gallons of really hot water are amazing until you get to a gym or a campground or wherever you are at the time. So worth it. That's always the best feeling ever. Good night, birthday boy. Good night, Rodney. Good night, everybody. All right, I'm up. Good morning, camper. You want to go on another hike today? You guys are being so cute. Taking it back to the good old Prius days, baby. Well, I guess it's all the days. Let's be real, I do this all the time. I feel so lucky. This is our life. Thank you so much for being here, liking, commenting, subscribing, just coming on adventures with us, because without you, this life would not be possible. I also feel so lucky because I have 2 of the best dogs on the planet. I feel like they perfectly complement each other. You know, Camper is super independent. He could hike for miles and miles and miles. He has unlimited energy. He is such a wonderful dog. And then you have Rodney, who is just a soft soul. He's so loving, just wants to cuddle all the time. We really have created the perfect family. And we're so lucky to have you guys as part of the family too. So yeah, I just wanted to take a minute of appreciation. Life is so good. You boys are ready to go on an adventure, huh? For the sake of repetition, we are just gonna jump cut right to the top of that. Here it is. All right, you guys, we love you all, and we'll see you next week.